So, the rush of the holidays is over. The dashing to this department store for a forgotten gift and to the grocery store for an ingredient you ran out of and are really hoping the store hasn't run out of as well. All of that is behind you for another year. It's now 2022. Time to take a deep breath and begin a new year. And we can at least be thankful that this Christmas of 2021 was at least a little less restricted than 2020 was. And it's also time to look back and think about what you got for Christmas. That's right. How many pairs of socks or ties or bottles of lotion did you get? How many families have a tradition of gifting the same type of thing year after year, or even passing the exact same item around for decades? I wonder how long exactly does a fruitcake last? In my family, I started some silly traditions, and one was decades ago, and it still hangs on, and that is putting Pez in my kids' Christmas stockings every single year. Now my kids are 35 and 38 years old, but they still expect that Pez. And one year, I forgot. Actually, I thought they didn't want it anymore, so I just left it out. And I really thought I was going to have to track Santa Claus down, even though they were grown, and rifle through his bag and get Pez out of the bottom of it. So, gifts of tradition, even the silly ones, can be heart gifts. But turning our thoughts from physical gifts that we received, let's focus on a parable about gifts and how we use them. In Luke 19:11-27, we find the story of a nobleman who goes off to a distant country and gives gold coins to 10 of his servants to engage in trade while he was gone. Now the coins themselves weren't the actual gifts. He was actually giving those servants this cash to invest for him. Kind of a test, I guess, to see how well they would do in investing. Being his servants, maybe he had been teaching them just a little along the way, and he wanted to see how well they'd been listening. Anyway, upon his return, he questioned 3 of those servants about their investments. The first servant had taken the 10 coins he had been given and used them wisely. He doubled his money. The second, he had also been given 10 coins. He had taken them, invested them wisely. He earned half as much, but still a very nice profit. And they were each gifted with being in charge of many cities. Both of these servants accomplished exactly what Jesus expects us to accomplish with the gifts that he lavishes upon us. A, they accepted their coins and inspected them. You know, when Jesus pours out a gift upon you, accept that gift and inspect it. Whether you've been gifted with a beautiful voice, the hands of a surgeon, or the ability to provide a wonderful life for your family, accept what he gives you, ponder your gift, and thank him for it. And B, they decided how best to put these coins to use to get the most return. Whatever your gift is, how best can you use that gift for God's glory and to bring blessings to those around you? When you figure that out, put that gift to use and watch it blossom. Now, let's not forget about the third servant, the one who took the 1 coin he'd been given and buried it in the ground out of fear. Even though he was only given 1 coin, if he had doubled it, he still would have had 2 coins, but out of fear, he buried it. And remember what happened in that parable? While the others were rewarded or gifted, even the single coin entrusted to this fearful servant was taken from him, and he was killed. Now there is one gift, God's true gift to each and every one of us, and that is His love. John 3:16 tells us, "For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son." Talk about a true gift. And in James 1:17 we read, "Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and comes from the Father of lights." Some may have more talents than others, but God loves each of us uniquely. To invest that gift wisely is to share it with others. If we do this, Jesus promises that we will receive even more love in return. Sounds a bit like that parable, doesn't it? So in closing, remember to thank everyone who gave you gifts this Christmas. Yes, even the person who re-gifted you the same socks or the fruitcake that you gave them 2 years ago. It still has the original tags on it that you wrote your tiny initials on in the corner, so you know they're yours. Yeah, even them, you have to thank them. And remember the parable of the 10 gold coins. It's not what we get, it's what we do with what we receive. Have a wonderful day, everyone.